students. Now let's continue with the problems on probability distribution and the corresponding mean and variance. Okay. So here is one problem for you. Previous class we have learned the theory regarding it. What are random variables? How do we distribute the probabilities and all that? I'll show you now. In problem it will be still clear. Okay. A random experiment of tossing a die twice is performed. The random variable associated to that random experiment on the sample space is defined to be the sum of the two outcomes turning up. Okay. Find the discrete probability distribution for x and hence compute the corresponding mean and standard deviation. I hope the problem is clear to all of you. Now let's see how to solve this problem. Okay. So when a die is thrown, you have 6 possibilities. Okay. When a die is thrown twice, you will have 36 possibilities. Okay. So what is the sample space S? Yes, what is the sample space S associated with this random experiment of throwing a die twice? Yes, the sample space, the possibility can be 1, 1, it can be 1, 2, it can be 1, 3, so on, it can be 1, 6. Similarly, it can be 2, 1, it can be 2, 2, it can be 2, 3, so on to 2, 6. It will continue with each of the number here. Is it not? Until you end up with 6, 1 to 6, 2, so on up till 6, 6. So these are totally 36 possibilities in your sample space associated with this random experiment. Now, our random variable x is defined to be the sum of the two outcomes, yes, turning up. So they can start with what will be the minimum number. These are the two outcomes we are getting. Okay, is it not? So if you just have to add the addition of this. What will be its addition? First, it will be 2, it can be 3, it can be 4, it can be 5, it can be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. After 12, you do not have any other value for your random variable. Why? Because the maximum number, the highest numbers that can turn up is 6, 6. Is it not? Not more than that. Okay. Now, these are your, yes, values for the random variable x. Now, for each of this value of the random variable x, we will associate a number. The number is, say, p of x, I will say. Okay, p of x. Now, p of x is equal to 2. I will find first. What is p of x when x is equal to 2? Probability of x is equal to 2. I will take a capital X here. Okay, probability that x is equal to 2. There is only one single possibility which gives that. Okay, out of 36 possibilities, you have only one single possibility which gives you the random variable value 2. Is it not? That is 1, 1. That is only one possibility. Okay, so what should be the probability? Out of 36, only 1 is giving you that. So 1 by 36 is the probability of getting p of x is equal to 2. Okay, now let's continue working for each of the probabilities of each of these numbers. Okay, now probability of when x is equal to 3. When x is equal to 3, it is possible only in 2 ways. One is 1, 2 or 2, 1. Is it not? One is 1, 2 or 2, 1. The addition becomes 3 there. No further combination of numbers from 1 to 6 will give you the addition 3 except 1, 2 and 2, 1. Is it not? So therefore there are only 2 possibilities which are giving you the sum for x is equal to 3. Is it not? And since out of 36 only such two are giving such a result, so it will be 2 divided by 36. The probability of getting that favorable number divided by the total number of sample space. Okay, so now coming back, let us speak about when p of x is equal to 4. Now let's see how many possibilities are going to have this sum to be equal to 4. Now see, x is equal to 4, you will have how many possibilities? One is the possibility 1, 3, then reverse of it 3, 1, and 2, 2 also gives you the sum to be 4. Is it not? So there are totally 3 such possibilities which result in 4. So that will be 3 by 36. So we have to go on doing this until we end up with 12. Okay. Next, probability of probability of x is equal to 5. So how many such possibilities will give you the sum to be 5, right? So for sum to be 5, it will be 1 comma 4, next 4 comma 1, next 2 comma 3 gives you the sum 5, 3 comma 2 gives you the sum 5, and further check for any other. Is there any other possibility which results in 5? No, there are only 4 such possibilities which result in the sum to be 5. So what is that? These are the 4 possibilities. Out of 36, only 4 are favoring your number 5. So that will be 4 by 36. Write the number as it is, 4 by 36, or else you can cancel it to be 1 by 9. It's not a problem. Here also you can cancel, here also you can cancel. Okay, that's not a problem. But you have to just identify all the pairs which are giving you the respective sum. Okay, now probability of x to be equal to 6. Okay, now which all the possibilities, which are these ordered pairs are giving the sum to be 6? So it will be 5 comma 1. Yes, it will be 5 comma 1, 1 comma 5. Yes, 2 comma 4, 4 comma 2. Yes, any other possibility which results in 5? 3 comma 3 results in 6, sorry. 3 comma 3 results in 6. Yes or no? Yes, and further any possibility which results in 6, the addition to 6? No other possibility. So these are the only 5 ordered pairs resulting the addition of 6. So therefore 5 over 36 gives you the required probability, is it not? Similarly, let's work for x is equal to 7. When do you get 7 as the sum for which of the ordered pairs? Let's see that. Okay, so to get 7 you need 1 comma 6 and the reverse of it 6 comma 1. Next 2 comma 5, 5 comma 2. Any other possibility which results in 7? Just think over it. 4 comma 3, 3 comma 4, right? Any other possibility which results in the sum to be 7? 7, 7, this is 7, this is 7, this is 7. Any other possibility? 5 comma 2, 2 comma 5 is done. No. So these are only 6 such brackets which result in the addition to be 7. So therefore the possibility, the probability of getting the sum to be 7 is 6 divided by 36. Out of 36, only 6 ordered pairs are resulting the sum to be 7. Okay, now let's work for probability of x is equal to probability of x is equal to 7. We are done. Now we should go for 8. When x is equal to 8, how many such pairs are resulting in the sum to be 8? First of all, it is 4 comma 4, 2 comma 6, 6 comma 2. So these are the ordered pairs which result in the sum to be 8. Okay, any other possibility which gives you the sum to be 8? Yes, 6 comma 2, 2 comma 6. Further 5 comma 3, 3 comma 5. Any other possibility which results in 8? No. So these are the 5 brackets which result the addition to be 8. So it will be 5 over 36, the probability. Next, probability for x is equal to 9. When do you get x is equal to 9? Yes, we check out the ordered pairs for which you get x is equal to 9. You get 9 when you have 3 comma 6, 6 comma 3 is the possibility which gives you 9. 5 comma 4, 4 comma 5. These are the only 4 possibilities which give you the sum to be 9. So since there are only 4 such brackets which are resulting the sum for 9, so it will be 4 over 36. Similarly, probability of x is equal to 10 now. First of all, 5 comma 5 results in 10. 6 comma 4, 4 comma 6. These are the 3 possibilities which give you the sum 10. Okay, so since only 3 are there, so 3 divided by 36. Okay, similarly, last 2 possibilities we need to speak for. Probability of x is equal to 11 now. Okay, so how many brackets which give you the sum to be 11? Can you tell me which are all those brackets which give you the sum to be 11? Yes, which are all those brackets which give you sum to be 11? The brackets, let me collect. It is 5 comma 6, the first, 6 comma 5, any other possibility which sums to be 11. Between the numbers 1 to 6, it is 5 comma 6 and 6 comma 5. So the only two possibilities. So 2 by 36. Similarly, the last one, the probability of getting P of x is equal to sum to be 12. So there is only one single possibility which gives you sum to be 12, that is 6 comma 6. So 1 by 36. So this is all the probability distribution for each of the real values taken by your random variable x. I hope that is clear to all of you. Okay. Now we have to, since we are done with the probability distribution, we have to verify whether it is actually a probability distribution or no. For that, we just have to consider the summation of all probabilities. I hope you know the definition for the some probability distribution. I'll just erase this. I hope you'll have copied all this. Okay. Now see, you have learned the definition for the probabilities, for the probability distribution, which states that each of the probability P of x should be greater than or equal to 0, and the second condition was P of x I for each I should be equal to 1. Summation of all the probabilities distributed among the different values of the random variable should be 1. So you just have to take the addition of all these probabilities. The addition should result to be 1. Then whatever distribution we have done is proper, we can say. Okay, so let's verify whether our distribution is proper or no. Then we'll go for the computation of mean and standard deviation of this distribution. Okay, let's continue here. I need all of this. 1 minute. Yeah. So first condition, that is P of x greater than or equal to 0 for each of the numbers. You see that all of them are greater than 0. None of them is negative. So one condition is already satisfied. Second condition, what is summation of P of xi? Will check. Summation of P of xi, first start with 1 by. You just have to add. It is nothing but summation of P of xi for I going from, how many values are there? From 2 to 12. 11. Okay, or you can just consider all the addition. Okay, so directly I'll consider the addition. Okay, so you just consider it as 1 by 36 plus 2 by 36. That's why I didn't cancel. Anyway, you need all the LCM to be right. So 3 by 36 plus 4 by 36 plus 5 by 36. Just go on writing the simple addition of all those probabilities you have already written. Okay, so 5 by 36 plus 4 by 36 plus 3 by 36 plus 2 by 36 plus 1 by 36. Just check the addition. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6. Okay. So plus again 5, the addition of all these numbers. If you just do that, it will be nothing but 36 by 36. Just do it. Okay. See, it's 3, 6, 10, 15, 21, 26, 30, 33, 35, 36. So it is 36 by 36, which is equal to 1. So whatever probability distribution we have done so far for this random experiment is appropriate. Okay. Now we will evaluate what is mean and SD of this distribution. So for that, I will tabulate the probability distribution and keep it aside so that verification part is done. Okay. So now I'll erase all this just to tabulate my values so that I can go for mean and variance evaluation. Okay. So here it is. So you have x values here, probability random variable, and probability distribution of x over here. So let's sum up them in a table. Okay. So you have got first sum to be 2. The respective corresponding probability is 1 by 36. 3, it is 2 by 36. You need to have lots of columns here, so I need a little more space. I'll just continue my line. About 11 such partitions I need. So 3, it's 2 by 36. 4, it is 3 by 36. 5, it is 4 by 36. 6, it is 5 by 36. 7, it's 6 by 36. 8, it's 5 by 36 again. Then 9, it is 4 by 36. Then 10, it's 3 by 36. 11, it's 2 by 36. and finally the number 12, it gets to be 1 by 36. So it's very easy for you to distribute the probabilities. I hope how the distribution is done is clear to all of you. Now we'll go for evaluation of mean and variance. I hope you all remember my previous session where I have given you the formula for mean and variance of the probability distribution. The formula for mean mu is given by summation of probabilities p of xi's into xi, okay, for each I, okay. So we are going to use this formula and evaluate our probability. So we just need to multiply each of xi with the respective probabilities and simply take their addition, okay. So what it will be, 2 into, so first xi is 2, 2 into 1 by 36 is 2 by 36, plus 3 into 2 by 36 is 6 by 36. Just take the respective multiplication. Next it is 12 by 36. Next 20 by 36. Plus next 30 by 36. Plus next 7, 42 by 36. Okay. Up till 7 we are done. Next it is plus 40 by 36. Plus 36 by 36. Plus 30 by 36. Plus 22 by 36 plus 12 by 36. All the numerator, if you just add up all the numerators, you will get 252 by 36, and when you evaluate it again further, you must be getting it to be, the mean to be 7. Just check once again, okay, in your calci. Once you are done with the evaluation for the mean, now we'll evaluate variance so that we can evaluate the standard deviation, okay. So variance is evaluated to be, I'll continue it here and I save my space for my next work. This came out to be 252 over 36, which is 7, okay. Now variance will evaluate. Variance V is equal to summation of x minus mu, xi minus mu whole square into p of xi's, okay. So each value you have to subtract, means so it will be, yes, again you have to multiply it with this. So it will be 2 minus 7 whole square. 2 minus 7 is 5, 5 whole square is 25. 25 into 1 by 36, it will be 25 by 36. Like that. For each of that number you are going to do it. Next it will be plus minus 4 whole square, it is 16. 16 into 2 by 36 here. Next it is a 9 into 3 by 36. 4 into 4 by 36. 1 into 5 by 36. Next it is 0. Okay. Then again 1 into 5 by 36. Go on doing it. Okay. 9 minus 7. Again 2. 2 whole square is 4. 4 by 4 into next number, that is 4 into 4 by 36 you are getting. Respective probability of 2 you have to multiply. Okay. Yes. Now let's continue with further this. Yes, 4 into 4 by 36. We had completed till 9, I guess, right? Now 10 minus 7. Okay, it's 3. 3 whole square is 9 into 3 by 36. Plus further 11 minus 7 is 4. 4 whole square is 16 into 2 by 36. Plus lastly 12 minus 7 is 5. 5 whole square is 25 into the respective probability is 1 by 36. So these are all the numbers which you end up with. Now you have to just see that the denominator is always 36. So 1 by 36 divided by 36 you do, and just multiply the respective numbers and take their addition in your calci. Okay. You just take your calci and evaluate it. Okay. You should be getting it to be 210 divided by 36 and its value is 35 by 6. 35 by 6. So the variance is this. Okay. If variance V is equal to 35 by 6. If variance V is equal to 35 by 6. I hope I can erase this now because I don't need it any longer. Okay. So therefore SD, standard deviation SD, sigma is given by root of the variance, which is equal to root of 35 by 6, or it comes